Hello, grade 12s. In this session, we are going to be looking at a grade 12 story by the name Class Act. So, the story is set in Eastern Cape in the early 1990s, and it is narrated in the first person by a young girl who has just joined high school. She is subjected to teasing because of her appearance, and what's worse is that she hates Afrikaans and it is one of the languages at her school. The pressure she felt made her to hate school. She was too young to defend herself and she, under the circumstances, tried to adapt in order to survive and get by. So she was alienated from schoolmates and found it difficult to make friends. So we can say that the narrator couldn't make friends, and what made it worse was that her English teacher could not control his class, and that gave Renato, who had failed standard 6 3 times, an opportunity to bully new learners. He made them stand in front of the class to inspect their uniforms. So the narrator was mainly teased because of her tunic. This is because it was too long, and since she was teased, she tried to make adjustment such that it would fit her the way that school children wanted it to. So by doing this, she asked her older sister to fix it for her, which unfortunately made the situation much more worse. Her sister did fix it, but she did that with white cotton and the tunic was blue. So that just drew an attention to the narrator and it caused even more bullying. So that is just the summary of the title, and let us now look at the suitability of the title. So the phrase class act, it refers to an excellent performance or someone whose performance is extraordinary or excellent. It also refers to someone who is generally well-mannered. Looking at the narrator's life and experiences, she does not lose her temper or even talk back when ridiculed, but instead acts cool throughout the story. Hence, we can say that it is suitable. Why are we saying this? The narrator kept cool and calm whenever she was teased, hence implicating her teasers as bad and her as well-mannered. Hence, we are saying that the title is suitable. Let's now discuss the setting of the story. So when you have to describe a setting, you must include the place and the time in which the story takes place. So this story is based in a homeland called Siski. It takes place in the early 90s. So we cannot definitely say the time when the story takes place because it shifts from school and home, unless otherwise you are given the option to describe the setting of a particular extract. Then you would have to indicate whether it is at school or whether it is at home. So let's now do themes. So the themes of the story are as follows. Firstly, we have bullying. So the narrator was bullied at school because of her uniform. She was also bullied at home by her aunt. She was also bullied by her aunt, who was bossy. That is how the theme of bullying is brought about. Then we have identity, acceptance, and appearance. So the narrator faced a difficult time. Let me erase this. The narrator faced difficulties because of her appearance. For example, she had black knees and she had knock knees. Like, all those things contribute toward the theme of identity and acceptance, and that she also accepted the identity given to her by her schoolmates. They called her Sister Mary, right? Sister Mary Clarence. Let me put it in brackets. Sister Mary Clarence. So that is the theme of identity, acceptance, and appearance. So I'm just going to clear this so I can discuss other themes. We also have conflict, the theme of conflict. So the theme of conflict is displayed in two different forms. We have internal conflict, which arises when the narrator has to go to school even when she does not like school. Excuse me. She then has to find her way around that unconducive situation and environment. So she was conflicted, and hence we can determine that she was confused, right? We also have external conflict. So the external conflict is about incompatibility that makes it difficult for characters to coexist. So the narrator was teased by other kids, which identifies this type of conflict as external, because it happens between like multiple individuals and not in between the narrator herself. So that is all about the theme of conflict. Let us look at the last theme, which is helplessness. So the narrator was bullied, right? At school, and she could not fight back. She was bullied by an older boy whom she could not stand up to. So that is why we are saying she was helpless. Secondly, she could not make her own decisions. When her mother bought her oversized uniform, she could not do anything about it because she was too young. That is why we are saying there is a theme of helplessness. I hope you guys understand, and may you ace your examinations. Till next time.